Good evening. It is Thursday evening. Okay, today has been a fairly busy day. We got out early this morning because we had a 10 o'clock slot booked for the orchids at Kew. So without further ado, here's a little bit of footage. We also managed to visit the Palm House as well, which is the iconic building that's associated with Kew Gardens. So have a little look. Here you go. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a riot of colour and it was, very busy. It's the Orchid Festival is a big draw for Kew and there were lots of people on site and there was a massive queue to get in, and it was a members only session that we had, so it was a limited number of people in the exhibition at one time, which was good. So yeah, there you go. So I just wanted to pick up on a couple of things that people have been suggesting to me. I'm very grateful for all of your suggestions about work and things like that. A few people have mentioned, why don't you become a voiceover artist? Yeah, that's a difficult one because there's a huge amount of competition for voiceover artists, and there are also a huge number of voiceover artists in the industry. I know this because we've known a few actors over the years who've done bits and pieces of advertising work and stuff like that. It's incredibly competitive. The chances of me securing any kind of work that was regular work would be nigh on impossible. I'm completely unknown. I don't have an acting background. I don't have the necessary contacts in the business, and that's what it's all about. So I've looked into it before. I mean, if you have a look at agencies, voiceover agencies, most often, more often than not, they aren't taking on anybody because they've got a glut of artists already. So that's not something that I fancy pursuing because I think it would be a hard slog and I think it would be very demotivating. A couple of people have mentioned doing cleaning work. I'm certainly not against that, but again, there are people in this area who do regular cleaning. We know a number of neighbours who have cleaners. Um, and I just don't think it's a profession that I particularly want to start in. Um, yeah, it's not something that I really have a passion for, apart from doing my own cleaning. And also, a couple of people have mentioned retail. Look, just to be clear on this, at this moment in time, I'm not looking for work. What I'm looking to do is concentrate on building our channel. I'm concentrating on the things that I know and the things that I can do now to bring in more money. That's what I'm doing. Suggestions are always welcome, and it's so kind of people to make suggestions and take the time out to do that. So I am grateful for them. And, they're all good ideas, but they're not necessarily feasible ideas for me to pursue at the moment. And also, I don't really want to go out of the frying pan into the fire. I don't really want to start another career. I want to keep focused on what I'm doing now, which is social media, and expanding that. So that's the plan at the moment, just to be clear about that. So yeah, we're about to eat, so I'm not going to waffle on any longer today. I will be back with you tomorrow, and I'll be sharing whatever I'm doing, which is probably very boring things around the house. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Morning, morning, morning. It's Friday morning. And it's been a busy morning so far, actually. Yeah, I got up early. I think I was awake by 6:30. No, I was up by 6:30, made tea first thing, and then got back to comments and, reading through comments. It's difficult to get back to everybody these days because we do get quite a few comments coming in. This morning is feeling cold, and there is a breeze. Apparently we're getting an easterly, which means it's going to feel very, very cold. They're saying that it's going to feel like freezing during the wind, even though it's not freezing, but it's going to feel like that. Yeah, great. And of course, the last time we had a lively northerly, easterly, some direction. The last time we had an easterly was 2018, the beast from the east, which, was pretty horrendous. They're saying that we might get a little bit of snow in the southeast. I do hope so. I do love watching the Londoners fall over. They didn't grow up with snow down here, so they never learn how to walk in snow or fall in snow or slide. When I was a child, I used to say to my mum, she used to say, put your wellies on. And I say, no, I don't want my wellies. I can't slide in my wellies. Because that's what you did. You just slid everywhere. And we used to, when I think about the things we used to do, where I lived, Hardwick Drive in Macclesfield, you can Google it on Google Maps. Right opposite our house was a sort of hill going up to the rear of the houses on the main road and the houses opposite. So they had garages up there. And there was a hill. There were two hills, in fact. There was one alleyway hill, and then there was like a driveway hill. Well, of course, hill, snow equals sliding opportunities. So what we used to do is we used to pour water down the hill. And of course, up north on a winter's evening when you're playing out, in the dark, we used to love playing out in the dark, and the cold and the frost, it would freeze within minutes, providing a glass-like surface for one to slide down. And we used to do this little crouching slide. We'd call it a granny. So you would run and you would crouch down and go down the slide. And of course that meant if you fell, it didn't cause a problem because you weren't falling from any kind of height. You were already down close to the ground. So it was great. Oh, lovely memories of cold weather up north. So yes, down here, none of them know how to do it. So they fall over quite regularly. And they don't know how to drive either in snow and ice. I mean, up north, you were always guaranteed a couple of weeks of very cold weather with snow. And you'd still have to go to work because the public transport systems are nowhere near as regular or efficient as they are down here in London. So you still had to drive, and you didn't have snow tyres or chains or anything like that. You had to learn how to skid your car down a hill if necessary. Oh yeah, and where I was living, certainly in my early 20s, because I came down to London and then I went back up north for a couple of years before I came back down again and worked at Wembley in Ticketmaster. And I was driving. You had to basically learn how to navigate hilly areas in your car, in the snow and the ice. Yeah. Without hitting other parked vehicles. Yeah. Great fun, deep joy. So, sorry about that little flight of nostalgia fantasy. Well, it wasn't a fantasy, it was true. Today, so I've just made a video as well about reducing condensation in the bedroom and what I do, what my trick is. So I'm going to have to put that together. It's only going to be a quick one. Not as short as such, but just a few minutes perhaps. And what else am I doing? I'm going to have some breakfast now because I need to eat. Breakfast for me is usually very, very simple. All bran, or bran sticks as some people call them. But I'm zhuzhing it up with these lovely dried fruits that Sharon gifted to us. They're absolutely delicious. Because they're freeze-dried and they're really sort of flavoursome. They really do taste of the fruit, you know. Just a few of those and some oat milk and that's me done. We do have porridge occasionally. I'm sharing the table with a box. I've got to that stage in life that if we get sent something in a good box, we keep it. Because you never know what you might need it for. I'm sat in the dining room because here I can look over the garden. Sorry, I'm speaking with my mouth full. I do apologise. I love breakfast. I love food. If I wasn't so good at sort of regulating myself, I would probably be twice the size. Yeah, because I could eat quite happily all day. So a couple of squirrels out there leaping around the trees. probably realising it's very cold and they'll be looking for food. It's Friday afternoon. We're having a little bit of sleet. Don't know whether you can see. There's little bits. But yes, it's very windy. Windy, cold, generally unpleasant. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Paul's working. I'm pottering. But yes, very unpleasant. But as usual, our garden's looking very green. Unlike the rest of the gardens that look very bare. But there we are. I'm going to turn the computer on and do a little bit of work myself while I'm up here. I'm at the top of the house doing some editing, but it's absolutely chucking it down. It's Saturday afternoon. It's just grim, grim, grim again. Grim and cold, very wet. Somebody said, oh, will you be doing stuff in your garden, videos? I certainly will do, but certainly not on a day like this. God, it's just awful. So it's lunchtime. We've done Sunday chat. Paul, what are you making for lunch today?
I have stewed up some lentils. I've added a frozen soup from a meal we had earlier in the week and added it. And hummus and pitta.
Hummus and pitta.
Carrots,
and soup.
Radish. That's it.
Our usual thing, a little bit of salad with soup and a little bit of carb. Lovely. So yeah, it's been our usual busy Saturday morning filming Sunday chat.
Sunday chat!
Oh, all right, Paul. God. And also doing Sunday chat extra for our coffee supporters. I just wanted to show you these. Hold on. These are the flowers that my colleagues got me as a very quick leaving gift. Not too bad for a week on. I think the roses have seen better days, but these beautiful ones, whatever they're called, chrysanthemums, I suppose. I don't know. Very pretty. But as we've mentioned a couple of times, I think that's it for work. I don't think I'm going to be going back. I've not had any offers from anybody, so but it's not been a month yet, but even if they offered something, I don't think I would say yes. I think I've reached that point where I am starting to enjoy this new way of being. Yeah, even in the depths of winter, you know, it feels like a new start. It really does. So yeah, we're going to have lunch now and probably watch an episode of Heart to Heart. Because we're addicted to that trashy programme. I'll see you later. So yeah, we've had lunch. That was nice. That warmed us up a little bit because I know we keep saying it, but it is really, really cold. I think the temperature in the house is about 11 degrees centigrade, so it's pretty cold. The heating was on during lunch time, only for about 45 minutes. But I'm going to be doing a few bits and pieces up in the bedroom, so that will get me warm. So I'm going to go up there now, so you may as well come with me. A couple of people asked me why I haven't been having fires. Well, the truth of the matter is that we're trying to keep fires to a minimum. because I always feel a little bit guilty about having fires, because we all live at such close quarters. You know, the houses are all very close to each other. You've got to consider the fact that people are breathing in your pollution. So we didn't order any coal this year, and I've just got a bit left in case it gets severely cold. I mean, like, you know, -5 or something like that, which I'm hoping it won't do. Let's have a look at the temperature now. Hold on. So, let's see. Yeah, 6 degrees outside, 11.8 degrees inside the house. The pressure, let's see. It's dropped a little bit. So yeah, I need to do a couple of jobs in the bedroom. Okay, so I need to put these clothes away. Somebody asked me about my scarves. I think I did a video a while back about scarves, but I'll just show you my scarf drawer. That's my scarf drawer. Needs a bit of a sort out, but it's, I don't know, I think there must be about 40 maybe, I'm not sure. There's 2 layers. And there's different types, you know, there's sort of the sort of pashmina type, and then I've got linen ones. And yeah, so there you go. But that's not the job for today. I need to put clothes away. And I also wanted to show you this as well, this poor ficus. I brought it down from the top of the house because it was shedding its leaves, but it's still shedding its leaves. So I did give it a prune. Yeah, it's not very happy at all. They're really temperamental. I don't even know why I bought this in the first place. And there you've got the peace lily, which has been pruned. I pruned it last year, took some of the dead leaves off, but it's quite happy there. So let me get on. I'll just leave you there. Thermals. We got plenty of thermals. They live in the bottom drawer. I'm trying to do less washing these days. I used to do sort of, I don't know, 2 or 3 loads a week. I'm trying to keep it to 1 or 2 loads a week. Because in terms of bedding, I've got loads of bedding. I don't need to wash bedding every week. I've got about, I think, 4 or 5 sets. So it's not as though we run out of bedding easily. So, you know, what I do is I divide these into my clothes, Paul's clothes, and our shared clothes, which are the thermals. We both wear the same size thermals, although they're a little baggier on me. And our drawers actually are quite full, I've noticed. Luckily, our clothes don't really need ironing either. I never iron t-shirts, and I rarely iron the bedding. Only if somebody's coming to stay and I think they might appreciate it, then I'll iron it. But again, it's using energy. It's a heat source that's using quite a lot of wattage. So, you know, if you can get away with not doing it, then why not? Some clothes we keep in the dressing room. That's a bit of a mess, that room at the moment. It needs a good sort out, but that's not for today. I'm sort of leaving those things, those sort of spring cleaning things, until the weather gets a bit better, because then I can open all the windows, clear stuff out, the dust goes out of the window, you know. The dressing room has become a bit of a dumping ground for stuff. We keep in there, we keep jeans and jumpers and some jackets, like, you know, outdoor wear. And of course, cosmetics and hair stuff and bits and pieces like that, the underwear, etc. There's also a bookshelf in there as well, which shouldn't be in there. But we're sort of, you know, we've got too much stuff again. We've allowed things to build up, like one does. If you don't keep on top of things, I mean, we sort of had a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a lazy time after we took the house off the market, where we said, no, let's relax, because it was really stressful having the house on the market, to be honest. And we're planning to probably do that later in the spring, because we'll have to, you know, with me not having a wage. Okay, let's pause. We'll have to consider, you know, selling up and moving on. But that's been on the cards for a while. But we have to build up to that, and I need to do what I've been talking about and establish our social media and try and bring that up, and get focused on that, you know. I think I said on the live show, I don't want to spread myself too thinly, and start getting involved in other, you know, other bits of work and, you know, potentially another job. I don't want to do all of that, because I want to focus on this. That's a nice t-shirt, nice quality. One of Paul's new ones. I'm just folding everything quite roughly. I'm not bothering. I don't worry about folding stuff perfectly at all. There's no point. Yeah. Yeah, we've got too much stuff, too many t-shirts, and Paul's got quite a number of t-shirts that are wearing out that need to be gotten rid of. Right, I've just got some more to get out, I think, in the bathroom cupboard. Let me just go there. Hold on. Yeah, I thought so. There's some more in the cupboard. May as well get them all done in one go. We have an airing cupboard in the bathroom, which obviously heats up when the water goes into the water tank. So we don't have a combi boiler. We have a sort of traditional system, you know, with a boiler and a water tank. It's called a mega flow system. It sort of pumps water to the top of the house where the shower is, which is currently not working because the thermostat has gone on it. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's just the cold element has gone. It's not putting any cold water into the mix, so we can't use the shower. So we're fortunate to have a bathroom, so we can have a bath. And that's what we do. And believe it or not, we only bathe weekly in the bath. We have a wash, you know, but I don't know, and everything feels so much better. My hair feels better for not having, you know, washing it all the time. My skin feels better. I think we wash too much. We wash everything too much, you know. We wash our clothes too much. In fact, there was a program the other day on Radio 4 and they were talking about exactly that. about, woolens, for example. They don't need to be washed, just hang them up. If they're not against your skin, which woolens very often aren't, things like this. I mean, I only wash this, I don't know, once a month at the most, unless I spill something down it, like, dinner or something. These I wash, the pashminas and the scarves, I wash every few months, especially the favourite ones that I've been wearing quite a lot against my neck. Jeans, try to wash those every couple of weeks, but obviously underwear and t-shirts, they get washed, and socks, they get washed weekly, obviously. Let me put this all away. So I keep my summer shirts and my summer jackets in that one there, in the IKEA wardrobe, which I regret buying. I really do. It was such a pain in the backside to build, and it's really heavy because those doors are glass. I mean, it looks nice, and it looks nice with the boxes on top, which have got shoes in them. But it's so heavy, we certainly wouldn't be taking that with us. No. So let me put the rest of these things away. I think that's it for today. I've got a few other little jobs to do, but yeah. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you for Sunday chat and any other videos that just happen to pop up, because I'm focusing on making a few extra videos to fill out the week. So you can watch us 5 days a week. Yeah, if you wanted to. And remember, Friday, 6 p.m. GMT, I'll be live. I'm going to try and do that every week. So take care, toodle pip. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.